I consider myself a relatively smart woman. I'm intuitive, I'm in touch with my feelings, I know my boundaries and my wants and my needs. So I ask myself often just how on earth I couldn't know or wouldn't acknowledge when I was in love. Why was I in so much denial? I know the answer to that question now, and it's a two-part answer. Firstly, I thought he was incapable of being in love with me. In fact, he'd even stated as much, that he didn't think he could ever love anyone as he'd loved his wife many years before. That statement automatically put up the walls around me, the ones that said, don't fall in love with this man. And if you do, be certain to not let him know, because I had that fear of scaring him away. My heart was saying yes, but my very logical mind was saying a very firm and adamant no. This was really repressing my emotions, and the pulling tension was really painful. My head was telling me that what I was feeling wasn't reciprocal and that I was opening myself up to deep hurt. My heart was telling me otherwise. I was enamored by his presence, his essence, the way he spoke, the connection, and the attraction that we had. Secondly, I didn't want to face the rejection. I didn't want the humiliation of letting him know that I was profoundly in love with him. If I could have a redo, I would. It's one of my deepest regrets that I didn't tell him. So what? If it wasn't reciprocated, then I would have just had to accept it, right? And allow myself to move on, or allow him the time to feel the same way about me. Pride comes before a fall, and my resistance to be embarrassed allowed a very precious moment to slip by and ultimately a loss to happen. So don't spend the time resisting your feelings. Why control yourself? To be true to you, to what you're experiencing, to be authentic, you need to be honest with yourself first. It's an internal battle, but one that we all create and inflict upon ourselves. For me, it was naivete. Why did I think I couldn't fall in love in 3 months? Where on earth did that notion come from? Why is it that I live limitlessly, but I'm not in tune with my emotions? Where was the courage? I was living a lie, and worse, I was believing that lie. If I had been honest, then I truly believe the response would have been honest. If my love had been rejected, then I would have known right then and there that he wasn't the man for me. Why is it that we obsess about love? We dream about it, we search it out, we fantasize about the way it would feel, and then when we found it, we often take it for granted, and we resist it and agonize over it and even deny it. As a mother, I know pure love, the kind of love that is non-judgmental. It's compassionate and pure. Love is the most natural physical, mental, and spiritual state of being that exists. To feel that kind of intense love for a man is actually beyond scary. I had the purest of intentions. I sacrificed letting the person I love know more to save myself immense hurt. I gave it up because I thought that I was opening myself up to huge hurt. In the end, it cost me more than I thought possible. So here are 35 ways that you are in denial about being in love. Number 1, you reread text messages and emails from him over and over again. Number 2, his opinion of you matters deeply. 3, you want him to pursue you. 4, you hang on their every word. 5, you crave being physically and emotionally closer to them, but you deny its love. 6, you look forward to seeing them more than usual. 7, you stare at the phone, willing it to ring or to receive a text from him. 8, he affects your mood swings. 9, his problems are yours and you start to try and think of ways to practically solve them. 10, you pay attention to the little things he does and says. 11, you begin to lose control over how you feel about him. 12, he is on your mind constantly. You wake up thinking about him and fall asleep dreaming of him. 13, you fantasize about your future together. 14, you let him get away with things because you don't want to rock the boat. 15, you are invested in your shared future together. 16, he looks just as hot in his gym clothes as when he's all dressed up to go out on a date. 17, you go out of your way to make him happy. 18, You start to let down your guard and let him see the true you. 19. You maintain yourself and how you look to a standard that is just there to impress him. 20. You trust him explicitly. 21. You become a better person around him. 22. You like everything about him. 23. All the red flags you had about him fade to pink flags. 24. You go to him for advice and allow him to be a listening ear. 25. The best thing in the world is a night spent with him. 26. You savor the photos of the two of you together. You admire him, the way he looks when he smiles, his essence, his personality. You have no problem letting him know how you feel. 29. He challenges you to be a better person. 30. He shows you what you've been missing in your life. 31. He excites and motivates you. 32. You take care of him and nurture him whether he asked or not. 33. You feel like you've won the lottery by having him in your life. You feel incredibly lucky. 34. You daydream about him a lot. 35. You can't imagine your life without him. So come join me over in the Facebook group. And what I would love you to share with me is, when has there been a time when you were in denial, that you didn't even know that you were in love? And actually, more importantly, when in a relationship did you actually know you were in love? And how did you know it? And how long did it take you to realize, hang on, I'm in love with this person? And when you did find that out and you didn't know that, did you actually go and tell them? So join me over there. I'd love to hear from you.